yah.com/dream. Download his MP3, it's called podcast, and benefit from the brother. If the Quran goes in your heart, wallah, there will be room for nothing else. And from that day on, even this phone ringing with a musical tone will be the most reprehensible sound in the world to you. You can't take it. So after this lecture, I'm expecting everyone here to change his ringtone. We are not allowed, not at work, not at home, not anywhere else, to have any music being produced by us. Not via phones, via television screens, or any other means of entertainment. Nothing. Music is foreign to Islam. It will remain foreign to Islam unless you are attending a wedding or you are celebrating Eid and there are some young girls around you. That's it. Other than that, why? Because we're not trying to go to Jannah in this dunya. We're trying to go to Jannah in the life to come. And if you want to go to Jannah in the life to come, this is a prison for you. The Prophet ﷺ said, this dunya is a prison for the believer. Yes, you may say, brother, but when I listen to Beethoven, I feel relaxation. Say, brother, we were not created to have a good old time in this dunya. We were created fi kabad, in turmoil, in difficulty, in hardship. So we may strive and go to Jannah. When you go to Jannah, listen to whatever you want. Today, we have to have some reservations. Right? So inshallah, we all will take that brave step and abandon all of this stuff and get the Quran back into our lives. Learn the Quran, learn the Arabic language, learn the tafsir, so that the Quran will be the guide in our lives and we will need nothing else, just like the Sahaba. I ask Allah Azza wa Jal to make us among those. وآخر دعوانا الحمد لله رب العالمين وصلى الله وسلم على نبينا محمد. Any questions?
You mentioned that musical instruments are allowed in two situations, which is the Eid and the
wedding.
And the question is, what musical instruments are allowed?
Thank you.
Because people will understand that the drum that means in these two situations.
I will explain. The brother was asking about the fact that the exceptions that we made that Islam made for singing and musical instruments is wedding and Eid, and the only instrument allowed is ad-daf, which is the hand drum, not a big old drum with the sticks, a small drum that they go like this on, no bells, nothing extra, just the skin of some animal and a wooden sphere. This is what it is, the hand drum, ad-daf, only on this occasion, and on that occasion only this instrument, nothing else.
A simple question is, what about using recorders and CDs?
What about what?
Using recorders and CDs instead. Instead of having Jariya.
You mean play some tape?
Yeah.
Allahu A'lam. Inshallah, it should be fine, inshallah. The idea is the same. If it's just using a tape instead of a live performance, shouldn't have any problem. Is that what you meant? طيب جزاك الله خيرا. السلام عليكم وعليكم السلام. Can you clarify Muslims using azan or Quran as ringtones? جزاك الله خيرا. Wallah, I was going to mention that. I was reprimanded for doing so, as this is disrespectful, not from Quran and Sunnah. Correct. Look, the adhan, the dua, the dhikr, and anything of this nature, Quran, is an act of worship, not a ringtone. Not a ringtone. Yani, imagine, somebody, especially there's a famous dua by Imam Sudais, I'm sure he doesn't know about it. In the middle of the dua, hello, Rabbana, hello. Sheikh, this is dua, this worship is the worship of Allah. We turn the deen of Allah into entertainment? No. So ringtones, the adhan is made to call people to the salah, not to wake you up. Even as an alarm for waking up is not acceptable, unless it's an alarm software, an adhan software, which goes off at the time of adhan. So the deen of Allah is to be, the religious teachings of Islam are to be held in high honor. We don't use them for ringtones or for something mundane like the dunya, something so worldly and low, okay? You listen to the dua so you can feel, you do it as an act of worship, not as means. I told you before, I have halal ringtones. I have an airplane taking off. I have a ship taking off in the ocean, one of the big ones. Bomb. I have there are horns, a truck horn, there's a war alarm, all kinds of halal stuff, regular desk phone, tirrin, tirrin. That's what it is. That's what your phone should have. Tirrin, tirrin. And when you answer, hello, tirrin, tirrin. That's it. But to have, Britney Spears come on your phone in the salah, no. To have a dua in the salah, you making dua and suddenly Imam Suda is making dua with you. Ya Shaykh, mashallah, he's all the way in Haram. How did he make it here? Wallah, the brother has it on his phone. Ya tayyib ya Shaykh. It's too much. So yes, whoever reprimanded you, Jazakumullah khairan, they're right. We have alternatives. We use the alternatives for the phone, ringtones, alarms. The deen of Allah is way greater that we put it on as a ringtone for our phone or alarm for waking up. Clear? Alhamdulillah. Did I need it? No? Okay. Here we go. Assalamu alaikum wa alaikum salam. When our Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam entered Medina, some young girls sang for Allah's Messenger sallallahu alaihi wasallam, welcome. Is this allowed in what condition? This particular incident, the scholars have differed concerning it. First, they have differed about the authenticity of the narration, طَلَعَ الْبَدْرُ عَلَيْنَا مِنْ ثَنِيَاتِ الْوَدَاعِ, until the end. Deliberately, I did not deal with this issue because I myself don't have a firm position on it. Some of them say that if you are welcoming someone coming back from jihad, then it is okay. Some of the ulama and others say that this is not permissible. Some of them said this hadith is inauthentic to begin with, but they have differed. So what the ulama who allowed it said, when somebody said to the alim, Tayyib, this is another one, he said, okay, let your father go to jihad, let him be victorious, and when he comes back, go to the airport and sing to him, طَلَعَ الْبَدْرُ عَلَيْنَا. Other than that, no. That was a beautiful answer. So that puts an end to that one. Allahu A'lam. Maybe, maybe not. Any other questions? Yes, sir.
Brother, what about children's folk songs that they've replaced the lyrics with Islamic related lyrics? They have CDs in the West that they Twinkle Twinkle Little Star and songs like that that replaced with Islamic related.
Malish, I'm curious. Twinkle Twinkle Little Star, what did it become?
No, it starts with Twinkle Twinkle Little Star, who has made you what you are.
Oh, okay, they're trying to, okay.
What do you think about that?
Allahu A'lam. That's a tough one, because see, one of the conditions that the scholars stipulated concerning the nasheed being allowed is that it does not resemble that of the non-Muslims, right? However, this kind of chanting is not even really used by professional singers. It's something that is used for the children, which the scholars usually allow. So from what I've read, usually the scholars may lean towards allowing such a thing, as long as the words are Islamically acceptable, right? And because they're children, but we don't make it, this is their 24/7 kind of involvement, right? And Allahu A'lam. But this is really what I've read from the statements of the ulama. Assalamu alaikum wa alaikum salam. Can you tell me if you enter a restaurant and there's music, should you leave? And traveling in a taxi, the driver puts music on, can I ask him to stop? Concerning the first, here's what I and the brothers do. If you have a beard, that first paves the way for you, right? Because they know they realize they're dealing with people who will make life difficult for them. So that's good. So upon entering, say, excuse me, can you please turn off the music? Wallahi, we have done this in this country so many times. Until now, not even a single time, someone refused. Rather they ran because they're afraid to bring the hay'ah, you're going to cause problems, close down the shop. They don't want to deal with you. Allah told, he runs to the stereo, psh, next thing you know, there's no music. Okay? So that's solution number one. That you put an end to it by telling them, you have the right. And you can say, if you want to deal from it from